At the morgue, I just learnt that the identity of the murdered man was none other than my own son, Tom.
What's that, Susie? He said he'd be right home, and that was 6 months ago. Well, yes, he is here, but he can't talk right now. No, he won't be coming home tonight. He won't be coming home ever. He's dead.
How did she take the news?
She was just glad she could take his food out of the oven.
Didn't you notice your son missing?
No, he lived over in Rocky Falls. I haven't seen him for 10 years.
Tom didn't have much time at Baxter. He was always too busy working for the State Planning Commission.
That's dreadful.
It's true, though I loved him dearly. My only son. And now he's dead. Hey, wait a minute. The State Planning Commission? Of course it all fits! He was in town because of the Super Bowl. We have to tell the sheriff the news. We owe it to my son to bring in his killer.
Chen informed me that when he went to see the chief, the killer had beaten him to it. I decided the sheriff should be updated.
You know, something just occurred to me.
What's that, Baxter?
Lillywhite said they hadn't had any deaths around here till Tom was murdered, right?
Right.
Well, supposing Lillywhite and that morgue attendant set this whole thing up just to keep them in work.
Go on.
We turn up to solve the case, and they have the cover to kill more people. So they have a lot more bodies to autopsy.
You really think they could do that?
Chen, these people cut up corpses for a living. Of course they could do it. Supply and demand. There hasn't been any supply of bodies, so the doctor and her creepy psychic haven't been in demand. Until now.
Put that way.
Now we have some good news to tell the sheriff for a change. Jen, you go to the bar and get the celebratory drinks in. I'll meet you there in 5 minutes. I want you to bring in the doctor and her accomplice. I have reason to believe
Okay.
I want these perps banged up for what they did to my son.
Oh my God. Tom Baxter, of course. I see the resemblance now. I wondered why he looked so familiar.
You mean you knew him?
Yeah, well, no. Dick's sister saw more of him than I did.
Who's Dick?
Turned out Stiffman had been deputy when the murder was committed, and the sheriff was one Dick Fonda, who had hung up his badge and left Dusty Hills soon after McGee had been arrested. Fonda's sister had visited him a lot over the years, and after he left she moved into his house. It was on one of her visits that she had met Tom.
I'd like to question her, if I may, see if she can shed any light on this spate of killings.
I'll see what I can do, mister.
I've just been handed a news flash. Town pathologist Dr. Lilith Lillywhite and morgue attendant Carl Mortis have been found dead earlier this evening. These deaths add to the growing catalog of bizarre murders having been recently committed in Dusty Hills. Looks like this celebratory drink has just turned into an impromptu wake. Chen, we're running out of suspects.
Pretty soon there'll be no one left in Dusty Hills.
Well, hopefully I can find out some information from the sheriff's twin sister.
Miss Fonda had specifically requested I take her to her favorite night spot.
Hello, may I take your coat?
Go ahead. Say, don't I know you? You look kind of familiar.
I don't think so.
Don't you work at the Los Angeles City Golf Course?
No, that's my brother, Antoine Francois. I'm Anthony Francis. I own the club.
And a lovely club it is, too. Miss Fonda?
Oh, you can call me Jane.
Let's set out the dining rules. You keep to the side of your table, I'll keep to the side of mine. Your hands were dangerously close to my cutlery.
Work it out, baby.
Do you like chocolate ice cream?
Work it out, maybe.
Perhaps
Someday soon. You've got to work it out,
Lemon
baby. We're underneath the
and a
moon.
chocolate flake.
Work it out, baby. Shoo-up-a-doo-doo, work it out, baby. Shoo-up-a-doo-doo-doo, work it out, baby. Work it out, baby.
Chen.
Hi, Baxter. What is it?
I've just been speaking to Jane Fonda. I've got a funny feeling she's hiding something. She could very well be the killer, Chen. Chen and I met back up at the sheriff's department where there had been a power cut. I explained my theories to Stiffman, that if Jane killed Tom, Dick would have covered for her. He was sheriff at the time, which meant she'd never have been found out.
What are you talking about?
Seems my son spurned her advances. She got pretty riled up about it.
It made me so angry. That one little thing could come between us.
Angry?
Yeah, it happens every time I meet a guy and it all seems to be going smoothly. Then something startles them and they're off like a shot.
Just how angry did it make you?
Furious! Damn, Baxter, wish you hadn't brought this all up. It's also embarrassing. Infuriating!
And I now suspect that she murdered him. The old, if I can't have you, no one will mentality.
It's rubbish. It's all lies.
You seem upset. Jealous, maybe.
Okay, I admit it. I was a little jealous. I mean, everyone knew me and Fonda had something going on. But they never say anything. And then this Flash guy turned up. And suddenly, I wasn't good enough.
By Flash guy, Stiffman meant Tom. When I mentioned Tom had worked for the State Planning Commission to Jane, she said he was the one who had halted the building of the supermall, which had really riled one George Mondeo, the town's head honcho and one of Jane's old flames. Jealousy. The cause of so many murders.
Are you accusing me now?
I would be if I didn't already suspect Jane.
What now? Hello, Sheriff's Department? Oh my God.
What is it this time, Sheriff?
A waitress at the Barefoot Club has just found Fonda's body.
Jane? So if she didn't do it after all...
You can't be serious.
Let's just see where the finger of guilt points, shall we? Looks like it's pointing at you, Sheriff.
I can't take this.
Go and see Gino McGee and tell him we've cleared his son.
I'll be right back.
What a terrible state of affairs. The killer has struck again, Chen, and we're running out of suspects. Maybe this George Mondeo guy that Jane was talking about knows something. I want to ask him a few questions, but I need some sleep. Mondeo can wait till morning.
You wanna buy a Chrysler?
What's the order of the day, Tommy?
You should have been kicked off the force years ago, you flat-footed fool.
Papa Catalog.
Is there snow way out of here?
Let me out of this nightmare! Oof.
Hey, Susie. I'm gonna be home a little late tonight. Hi, Pop. I bet you didn't expect to be seeing me again.
Who, what, where, why, how, when?
Well, it's Tom, your son.
But you can't be my son, he's dead.
Well, they had to remake me. Out of the woods I was murdered in. But it's me. It's me, Pa. I love you.
My son never once told me he loved me. You're not my son.
You oughtn't have done that. But at least now you can see I'm a chip off the old block.
What are you? Kith or kindling?
Quit your laughing. I'm gonna build myself a campfire.
What am I becoming?
There's gotta be some way out of here!
I own this town and know what it is. I do with them what I will.
Does that include killing them?
Baxter, playing God can become very tiresome. What I really wanted was my own shopping complex and retail park. George, Harrison, Ford, Mondeo, Supermall.
Hello, Chief. We caught the killer.
Good work, Baxter. So soon the evening comes, and with it runs the aching fear of hate.
Chen! Chen!
He's dead.
Well, I can see that.
What the? Oh, holy mother of pearl. What am I seeing here? Oh my. Oh, this is. Oh, the humanity. Oh,
It's my electric. Get your house.
leave my eyes.
Doing with that.
Oh dear! What's this you're doing now? What's... rabies or something, I don't know. That's the way to treat literature. Oh dear.
I thought I told you to get out of here.
Oh, this guy, he should have fed his pigs more regularly. No, not Tom. No! I was dumbfounded. Apparently, Chen had visited Dusty Hills to research the Papa Kettlon cult for a history night class essay. And it just so happened Tom was in town at the same time. And his motive for killing my son? Jealousy. Yes, jealousy. He said I had more love and affection for Tom than I did for him. I thought that was a bit weird at first, but it turned out Chen was my illegitimate son from a fling I once had with an exotic dancer from the Feathered Rope nightclub. She had abandoned him outside a Chinese restaurant who took him in and raised him as their own. And I'd always thought he didn't look much like the Wang Chungs. Anyway, after the red mist had faded, Chen felt a little bad about killing his half-brother. He decided to make amends by fixing it so I could be called in to investigate. Chen wanted me to be seen to solve the case, and that was the reason he'd killed everyone I suspected. Unfortunately for most of the inhabitants of Dusty Hills, I had never suspected Chen. What Chen had done was wrong, very wrong, but I'd already lost one son, and even though it was Chen's fault in the first place, I wasn't about to lose another. I didn't have the heart to arrest him, but we needed a scapegoat, and Killer McGee seemed the perfect candidate.
I just want to thank you.
Why? Because we finally decided to arrest you?
No, I got a thinking. I've always been unable to interact, so I made up all that stuff about being a man and being a psychopath. So people won't have anything to do with me.
Well, you've got what you wanted.
But now I realize that I really am a psychopath. Today is the first day of the rest of my...
What did I become? Oh, my son. How did it ever come to this? Oh, son.
Baxter, wake up! What the? Chen? Oh boy, I just had a real doozy of a fight there.
Chen was worried about my mental welfare, so wrapped up the case on his own, finally bringing Killer McGee to justice. Weeks later, he was promoted to captain following the mysterious disappearance of Jack Hennessy. And as for me, I moved into a comfortable retirement home where I'd live out the rest of my days.
Are you alright, Baxter?
Oh, I am now.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody?
I've assessed the situation, and I'm afraid you're going to be staying with us for a very long time.
Keep away! Get away from me!